Right, so yesterday it was announced that Nicky Morgan is going to keep her job as Culture Secretary, despite standing down as an MP just before the election over Brexit, and she's been given a life peerage in order to keep her job. Now, are we seeing the slides yet? Are we seeing the road Boris is going to take? He doesn't want to answer to the people. He doesn't want to answer to Parliament. He doesn't even want his own members of government to be answerable to the electorate. He's more than happy to put somebody in a job in government despite them not even being elected, not even having a majority in any constituency. And he's just happy to put them there. And this is why I've always been against the Lords anyway, because they enable interference by unelected people in our politics. And from my point of view, for the same reason one of the same reasons that I disagree with the idea of the monarchy, our entire political system needs to be democratically accountable. And honestly, Boris doesn't want to answer to anybody. This is why he prorogued Parliament, or tried to prorogue Parliament early, or for 5 weeks, because he didn't want his Brexit deal to hold up to scrutiny. He didn't want it to be held accountable by the actual democratically elected MPs that we put in power. He didn't want that, so he just decides to go by the rule of Boris and the rule of Boris alone. Nobody makes the rules but Boris. This is the kind of thing that tyrants do. And also the kind of thing that tyrants do is they say things that they know are going to resonate with the majority of people. Things like get Brexit done, because he knows that the public is frustrated with the whole Brexit business and they want it over and done with. So he made that the main cornerstone of his campaign, the flagship policy of his campaign. And he won the election based on that. And now he's going to sell off the NHS. We're going to become basically the 51st state of America. He's actually going to cut, like I said this before, autism funding, which personally affects me, to 0 by 2023. There's going to be more austerity. We're going to see more people declared fit to work and then killing themselves. We're going to see more kids going to school hungry. All of this because people wouldn't vote based on policy. They voted based on Brexit. And in my point of view, the British electorate, I'm ashamed to be British right now, because they actually voted for Brexit over looking after the most vulnerable, the most needy in our society. And that, I think, is absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We were so worried about our precious Brexit that we decided to fuck over the most vulnerable. And now Boris is going to do what the fuck he wants for 5 years. And that's that. Nobody is accountable to Boris but Boris. And now he's also announced the release of the investigation into Russian interference in British politics. And of course he is, because now there's nothing we can do about it. No matter what those files say, there's nothing we can do about it now, because the election's been and gone. We're going to have 5 years at least. And there's nothing we can do. And I'm wondering how much of that documentation is actually going to be redacted and censored out for security reasons. I'm wondering how much that's going to be blacked out. Boris is a demagogue. He's a tyrant. He doesn't want to be accountable to the British people. Part of me thinks it's actually quite a good thing that Boris is going to get Brexit done and out the way and dealt with, because then any fallout. Oh, and also, a no deal Brexit is now firmly back on the table. Any fallout from Brexit, from a Tory Brexit, as much as I want to leave the EU, any fallout from a Tory Brexit is now going to fall squarely on the Tories' heads. And they will then have to fight the next election based on that and based on policy. And we actually discovered during the last election campaign that Labour's policies, bar Brexit, were more popular than the Tories. And I firmly believe that if Labour had stuck to its 2017 promise that it was going to keep the result of the original Brexit referendum in 2016, it was going to adhere to that. And if they hadn't returned on that and done a U-turn on that and said that we were going to push for a second referendum, they would have won by now. We would have a Corbyn-led government. But alas, the Labour Party, as I said in my last video, let us down because they pushed Corbyn to adopt a Remain stance. So thanks for watching. I hope you're seeing the slides. I hope it's worrying you as much as it's worrying me. Boris doesn't want to answer to anybody. The man is a tyrant in the making. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.